Right, this is a PBR Battle, just wanting to test out, see what the quality is like and whatnot once I upload it to YouTube, so may as well go be. The team I have is a really old early Diamond Pearl team. Some Pokemon I used to use a lot, so movesets in that are quite a bit off in some of them, and I don't actually have any items on them, apart from Gutter Jump, which I don't even know what item it has. I'm thinking it's probably a choice item. But yeah, I think I'll probably just go for the Gengar and Alakazam leads just to get some heavy damage off or whatever, and go for a Jump Plus thinking as backup. Probably a good idea to take the Dusknoir, but I don't know. I could have taken Garchomp, but I still kind of feel concerned it's a Gen 4 battle. It is still classified as Super, so I don't really see any real reason to use it, and for fairness, unless the other person was using one. Well, not one as in just underwear, not generally just another Garchomp. So, he likes the Torterra and the Metagross. I could probably do a decent amount of damage to him with the Alakazam as well, but I don't want to stay in and just like get killed once it gets a bit of damage off, so I'm just going to switch to Jump Off as probably the best thing I could switch to. This is probably why I should have got Dusknoir, but whatever. So I go for the Shadow Ball and Torterra, probably because I think it's the easiest to take out first. It's probably just going to do a bit more to Torterra than it would to Metagross, I think. I'm not sure, but I would imagine so it will. And yeah, one thing I don't really like about these PBR battles is going to wait for the opponent to make the turn, which he has now done. Even I guess in some times it could actually be you or me that takes ages to take their turn. So here comes in Jump Left. It's actually something I used to use a lot early Diamond Pearl, before I even started uploading videos and that. Subseed, Sleep Pattern, just go for Air Race, just for some damage. The Metagross Built Punch actually on the Jump Left, which was Zam, so try to get some damage. And Shadow Ball doesn't do as much to Torterra as I hoped. And for some reason he Wood Hammers Gengar. I would have thought it made more sense to Wood Hammer Alakazam because Gengar was resist a grass attack. Even though if you did go for Alakazam it wouldn't have done too much damage. Jump Blast is resistant times, but it's still not the most focused guy out there. So I think a Shadow Ball should be able to take out Torterra, and I could put Metagross to sleep. If it Bullet Punches, I think I can probably live it. It may just take out Gengar, may not if he goes for it, but yeah. Just need to hope Sleep Powder hits, and I can kill the Torterra with the Shadow Ball. And wait for the turn to go next. I guess I could speed this up, which would make it a lot faster, but I don't know how weird it might look in terms of animation, as well as the fact that I'll have to remove the sound, otherwise the sound would be really weird. And he lives barely there. I think I might have got like max damage in the first attack and meant that time. I don't know, but Sleep Powder misses as well, which really sucks. They go for Meteor Mash on the Gengar, which is going to take him out sadly, and Torterra is going to attack Jump Bluff. Don't know what attack, I'm not sure what attack this has, because he keeps just going for the Wood Hammer. I'm not sure why. I know it's probably got an it's probably got Earthquake, but what was other moves as well? Yeah, I was just looking at that thing with Life Orb, but I forgot Wood Hammer makes recoil as well, so yeah. No, if he doesn't have items it makes it kind of fair for me, because I don't have any for whatever reason. I think at the time it was like when I did everything completely legitly and I never had that many items in the first place. So it's actually looking through all this stuff I actually had a lot of Pokemon on it, but I think a lot of them were just basically trade fodders and stuff, just really fill the boxes up and complete the Pokedex at the time, so there wasn't really that much good stuff to choose from. This is already a pass made up as well, which is probably some of the better things that actually have on the save file at the moment. They bring in Charizard and I bring in Kingdra. I'm just thinking I'll just set Rain Dance and I'll just get a sweep. And here, I could have substituted, because I think I'd outspeed Kingdra at first. I'd outspeed everything else, but why do I want to outspeed my Kingdra? I'm not attacking it, I'm setting Rain Dance with it. But whatever, I go for the sleep powder, probably the wrong choice to Charizard. I should have went for the Metagross again, because as soon as I put the rain up, the fire attacks are going to be weakened. Even if Charizard is faster than Kingdra, it's not a huge problem because I could just surf my way to victory hopefully, even though at the cost of getting rid of Alakazam, taking surf damage, which would be really bad. So it's taken a while to decide what to do, and here we go. He switches out Charizard. It was kind of a bit of a surprise for me. I guess he didn't want the water attack from Kingdra. So I go for Sleep Powder, it hits this time, and it hits Swampert. But it would have been better if it hit the Metagross instead. I go for the Rain Dance, and we got lots of lovely weird rain effects, and Metagross goes for Explosion, which I forgot to learn, and if I put it to sleep, or if the Sleep Powder hits, and the first time I used it, he wouldn't be able to explode and take out Kingdra and jump up in the one hit there, which was really a huge blow for me. And considering he's like as a Swampert, I was pretty confident he'll be able to level the explosion as well. But luckily it's asleep, so that means that I'm only to figure out Charizard at first. That actually takes Swampert out as well, which I was quite surprised about. I thought it would have lived on a low amount of HP. But I guess Metagross's attack was just too much for it to handle with the explosion. So yeah, I was like 4 things down just in the one turn from the one explosion. Yeah, it's very good to have the rain up, which is going to weaken Charizard's fire attacks if he goes for it, but you could still go for something like a Nair Slash and Earthquake or whatever other moves Charizard learns. I really can't remember. Air Slash is probably going to be the worst because of the chance of flinch, but I'm not sure on what kind of Charizard this is. If it's a random, completely non-competitive one, with whatever, or if it's attempt to be competitive, or actually is a competitive one. I was going to go for Psychic because the obvious choice. I doubt that Hidden Power is Hidden Power Rock. If it was, that would be great, but it's most likely Ice. Possibly Fire, considering the kind of early Diamond Pearl stuff I used to do. So yeah, I maybe outspeed at least. I go for the Psychic, and it's not going to kill, but it does about 70%, so that's a really good amount of damage. He goes through the Outrage, and I wasn't sure how much that would do, and he actually does about the same amount of damage as I did to him. And now that he's locked in Outrage, I don't think Charizard wants to fire 2 moves anyway. I know I'm going to be outspeed. Psychic's definitely going to hit because it's 100 accuracy, and I'm going to kill the Charizard and win the match, barely, with this bizarre team, which is, yeah, it's quite interesting, so yeah. And that is the end of the battle, so thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed. I may or may not put more PBR battles up, it depends really how this actually looks, and as long as if we bothered, I'll probably try and get more Wi-Fi DS battles up sometime soon once I actually do them. So once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.